Hello guys, this is Professor KACHALIA and welcome to the new episode of Who Wants to Be a Logician? Alright, so as we had discussed in the previous episode from MCQ 76 to 85, let's begin from 86 and proceed forward. Question 86. Let's have question 86 on the screen right now. Messrs. Kedar Sports Academy. It's a private coaching club. It's a private coaching club which provides coaching for cricket, football, and other similar sports activities. It coaches sports against all over India. Wow. Coach aspirants for all over India. Lovely. It also conducts various sports events and campaigns across the country. Time pass. In 2019, now the question starts. In 2019, to mark the 25th year of operation, a cricket tournament was organized in Lancashire, England. Wow, lovely. The prize money was $40,000 US. How much? The prize money was $40,000 US. Alright. Proceeding further. They say that Messrs. Kedar Sports Academy wants to know that what steps it should take for the remittance of the prize money of $51,000 US to England from India. Decide which of the following is the correct option as per the Foreign Exchange Management Act, that is the FEMA regulations. We need to give an opinion over here to Kedar Sports Academy. Can we do that? Yes. Can we do that? What options are there? Prior permission required, not required, if required, then whose permission required, up to what extent it is required. All four options are there, A, B, C, D, to confuse you to the best possible level. Yes? FEMA? Go through the current account transactions that we have done in Rule 3, Rule 4, Rule 5. Yes? Once you go through the current account transactions, you will understand whether prize money is there in any particular current account transaction or not. If it is there, then it falls in the Rule 3, Rule 4, Rule 5. Does it fall under prohibited transactions or restricted transactions or transactions which are allowed subject to RBI approval? Check it out and let me know in 30 seconds. Time starts now. Time's up. And the answer is, sir, permission not required. No permission is required for Messrs. Kedar Sports Academy. They can openly proceed with the remittance of the $51,000 US, because $50,000 is not the limit over there, right? You know the limit over there, something up to $1 lakh. Are you aware of the limits over there? Yes or no? If yes, then great. If no, then revise the concepts well, and then we shall proceed to question 87. Let's have it on the screen, please. Question 87 on the screen. A Limited is an Indian company which holds commercial plot in Chennai, India. Indian company holding a commercial plot or land in India. Whoa, all right. It intends to sell the same. Okay, sell it. Messrs. Super Seller is a real estate agent who has an office in the United States of America. Yes or no? Sale of plot or land in India. Sale of plot or land in India by an agent who is in abroad. Yes, is it allowed? Of course it is allowed. How much is allowed? Can you make payment of commission to such foreign agent in foreign currency? Yes, no. If yes, tell me how much. Do you remember the provision 5% of the inward remittance? Yes or no? 5% of the inward remittance or up to 25,000 US dollars, whichever is higher or lower. You find out. You find out higher or lower. If it is higher, then what should be the logic? I have already explained the logic in the class in very much detail. Yes, lot of depth, almost 25-30 minutes of theory was there, where I had to explain you the theory of why is it whichever is higher or why is it whichever is lower. I am not revealing the answer now. And then the 4 options are there in front of you. Select the correct one and then we will meet again in 30 seconds. Your time starts. Time's up. So the answer is, sir, you know the correct answer, sir. It has to be B only. Sir, how B? For those who know the provision, it is very easy for you to understand. For those who do not know the provision, now pay attention. I can just summarize the answer logic for you. 5% or $25,000, whichever is higher, they have said is allowed. 6 lakh is the amount. 5% of 6 lakhs comes to rupees 30,000. If I'm not wrong, my maths is not so good, but it comes to 30,000 rupees. Am I right? So if they want to make the payment of 30,000, that is 5%, no problem, no approval required, right? Because 30,000 or 25,000, whichever is higher, will be allowed. 5% of 6 lakh comes to 30,000. Here they want to make the payment of 7% and not 5%. When they're saying we want to make the payment of 7%, 7% will come to 42,000. Up to 30,000 is allowed. So for balance 12,000, of course, they will need the permission. Prior permission will be required to be taken. Clear? Simple mathematical calculation. If you are understanding it, well and good. And if not, then no problem. You can watch the video again or take the video classes or attend the live classes and help yourself to clear the concepts. All right, let's go on to 88 without wasting any time. 88, Mr. Raman. Mr. Raman, who is a non-resident, has a systematic investment plan with a mutual fund in India. Mr. Raman, due to some financial problems, he requested his brother, Mr. Raghav. Who is Mr. Raghav? Raghav is an Indian resident. He was requested by his brother to make some payment for some subsequent installments of investment. Systematic investment. You are required to advise Mr. Raghav whether such transactions are permitted or not permitted as per the FEMA regulations. Can Mr. Raghav make the payment for his brother, Mr. Raman? Can a brother make payment to another brother? Are there any restrictions over there? Or is it trivial? 4 options A, B, C, D on the screen. Time starts now. Time. Up. Tell me, should it be allowed or should it not be allowed? If at all, a brother is making payment to his brother, direct payment, brother to brother, no agenda, then it may be allowed, right? But here the payment is being made to the credit of a non-resident. Should be allowed? not be allowed, will not be allowed as per the FEMA regulations. Clear? Alright. 89 on the screen. Here we are. Milap Limited is a company which is incorporated and obtained consultancy services from a French entity. Okay. The consideration for the services is required to be paid in foreign currency. Now that company is in France, why will they accept INR, right? If the company is in France, why will they accept INR? So they want foreign currency. Alright. Compliance officer of Milap Limited, he requires your advice. This compliance officer of Milap Limited requires your advice regarding the threshold limit of remittance which can be made without prior approval, without obtaining any prior approval. If you want to obtain, if you want to make a remittance of the foreign currency from India to a foreign country for consultancy services, which can be of infrastructure related or any other consultancy. Yes, how much is the maximum limit that you can pay without any approval? Yes, remember the chart that we have talked about or discussed in the class. Try to understand the chart, try to remember the chart, and the answer is, of course, very simple. It is there on the screen only, but I have to give you 30 seconds for it. So here you are. Time is up. Tell me, guys. The correct answer is 10 lakh. Do you see the correct answer on the screen? Has it popped up? 10 lakh US dollars is the correct answer. Of course, up to 10 lakh, no problem. If it is infrastructure related, then up to 1 CR, 1 crore, there is no problem. But otherwise, here up to 10 lakh, there is no problem. And for balance, you need to take prior approval. Is that clear? All right. Okay. Let's go on to the next question. Mr. Umesh, he has arrived in India in the financial year 1920 from USA on 2nd October 2019. That is 1920. After 5 years where he had gone for the purpose of conducting business in India, he has come to India for the purpose of conducting business. He has come from USA. Am I right? Yes. On 2nd October. All right. Mr. Umesh started the proprietary business of trading insulated handles and established a branch of his business in Minnesota, USA. In this regard, you have to choose the appropriate option. Who is a resident of India? Mr. Umesh is a resident. His branch in Minnesota is a resident. Both are resident or both are non-resident. Select the right answer and we will discuss it after 30 seconds. Time's up, and the right answer is both of them are PRI. Both of them are person residents in India, because a person who is a resident in India, of course, he is a resident in India because he is doing a business in India, from India, and the branch is there in Minnesota. Okay, location is outside India, but its management, its control, everything is in India. It is being controlled by Mr. Umesh, who has arrived in India. So it is controlled from India. We will treat it as PRI for the purpose of FEMA only, not under the Income Tax Act. No. Only for the purpose of FEMA. Is that clear? Then we go to 91 Bring you 91 on the screen right now. Yo, sir. Such a big question, sir. Such a big question. I know that. So what should we do? If it is a big question, what should I do? You know what I will do? I will show you the correct answer and I will ask you to delete the question itself because it belongs to SURFICE chapter, which is deleted, and copy and paste. Same thing we do for 92, which is again from the SURFICE chapter, which is deleted. But if they are deleted, why are we keeping them over here? Simple logic is there. Total 100 MCQs are there, which are issued by ICAI. Okay. Here, going sequentially, I have to show you all the 100 MCQs that we are doing as per ICAI only. Am I right? And over there, a couple of MCQs, rather 4 of them, were from the chapters which are already deleted. Notification of deletion came later on by ICAI, and since the notification came later on, the MCQs were already published. So if they are already deleted, if they are already deleted, why should we go through them? Am I right? So now let's go to question 93, which is not deleted, which is a part of our syllabus from the Money Laundering Act. Let's go through it. What is 93? Mr. Ram has given 2 of his friends some cash amount of 2 lakh each in case of dire necessity for their business purposes. Later on, at the time of return, he asked both of them to buy his product with credit card and online transfers in installments through the next couple of months. You understand something? Something is going on over here. Yes, for which he issued the bills to adjust the amount in his books, saying that this is money for which I have sold the goods and the money is white money because it is received against my books. Does this payment system which is happening through the credit card or online transfer also be covered under the Money Laundering Act? You see the case, you understand the case, and then you tell me, is it a case of money laundering? Yes, no, whatever it is, your time starts now. Time up. Tell me, is it a case of money laundering? Sir, what if you are doing a transaction through credit card or online transfer? Will it not amount to money laundering because money is being channelized through online mode, digital transaction mode? No, sir, does not matter. Even if it is being channelized through an online mode, it is a clear-cut case of conversion of black money into white money, and that is why, yes, it is a case of money laundering. What is it? It is a case of money laundering as given in the answer B in front of you. All right, let's go to question 94. Let's have it in front of us on the screen right now. Anna, who is Anna? Anna is a foreign citizen, has made donations in kind to various individuals of Indian residents for their personal use. When shall such a donation in kind be excluded? When shall such a donation in kind be excluded from the definition of foreign contribution? Considering the provisions of FCRA 2010. Tell me, when shall it be excluded from the provisions of FCRA? You've got 4 options, A, B, C, D, and your time starts now. done? Is it done? Yes, no? Tell me. What do you feel? What should be the answer? The answer is? Answer is very clear. Answer is, as per FCRA, sir, we clearly know that they have given a limit of rupees 1 lakh, and if you cross your limits, then all the laws will become applicable, including FCRA in this case. So FCRA will become applicable when the value will exceed rupees 1 lakh. Let's go to question 95, the last question of this episode. And here we have it on the screen. Mrs. Komal and Mr. Rajesh have entered into arbitration agreement. Okay, for the disputes that arise between them, if any, in their business transaction, of course, so they are not husband and wife. Due to certain fault on the part of Mr. Rajesh, of course, the man is always in fault. The dispute came before the arbitration for settlement. In the meantime, Mrs. Komal dies. Oh my God, rest in peace. Mrs. Komal dies. Mr. Rajesh shed off their liabilities on the plea that the arbitration agreement has come to an end. Has come to an end with the death of the other party. Decide the affirmative statement in the given situation. A, B, C, or D. What is the right answer? Do you have a concept of legal representatives, legal heirs coming to picture in arbitration calculation? Think. I don't know. I'll discuss it after 30 seconds. Come on, guys. Tell me the correct answer. The answer is, it shall remain enforceable because arbitration conciliation agreement does not come to an end only by the death of a single particular party to the agreement. Over there, if the legal representatives are there, the agreement can be made enforceable by or against the legal representatives. The valid arbitration agreement can be made enforceable. All these answers are straightforward. Let me tell you, if you think that, sir, where is all this? How do we find all this? How do we study or remember? You don't have to study or remember or search all these things. These are very straightforward answers which are very much available in my own notes, for that matter, in every author's notes. And it is very simple to understand. Trust me. All you need to do is read, revise, read, revise, read, revise, and read and revise. So with that, on that note, I will end today's episode and I'll come up with one more episode of 5 more MCQs where we will discuss 96 to 100 and let's have a century of the MCQs for CA final law paper. Until then, this is KACHALIA signing off. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Stay safe. Thank you.